Hi everyone, Melissa here. In today's video, I have an awesome success story. This is related to a job. So if you've been trying to manifest some changes in your work life, this video is for you. And I just wanted to announce before I get into it, I have a sale going on. All of my coaching and courses are 25% off through the entire month of March. So if you have been struggling with something you're trying to manifest, feeling stuck, feeling like you need some extra support or help figuring out what stories you're telling yourself about your desires, or just an accountability buddy, I'm here for you. I'm available for coaching, and I have some awesome courses on how to manifest money, health, relationship, etc. So I'll put the coupon code in the description of this video and check all that out. Okay, so this story is awesome because I have not been working with this client very long. Maybe I think this was our third time coaching. And she's already had some really big success with her job. So the first time we met, she was really struggling at work, feeling very stressed out, very overwhelmed, like she didn't have enough support, like she was worried she was constantly messing things up or not doing a good job, feeling just really uneasy and anxious. And, when she was done with work, she was worrying about work in her free time. And it was just kind of consuming her. And she really liked her job. She really liked her coworkers and her boss, but it wasn't feeling good at the time. And she had recently made a big mistake and gotten some not good feedback from her management. So she wasn't feeling good about it. She was worried and anxious and nervous and stressed out. So we dug into it, and the first thing always is, what am I seeing out here? What's my circumstances out here? Because that's going to tell me what stories I've got going on about whatever that desire is. So for her, it was all those frustrating circumstances with work. So she needed to start changing her story and start seeing her job and her workload and her manager and her production and how good she was at her job. She needed to start seeing that in a different way in order to get different circumstances. So one by one, we went through the story. We created a new story filled with affirmations that supported what she wanted at work, which was to feel happy and calm every day, to feel like she accomplished everything she needed to at the end of every day, to feel no stress, to feel like she always had the support she needed, she was always appreciated, to just enjoy being there and enjoy what she was doing and know that she was always doing a good job, and that was vocalized to her often. So it was a whole big shift because she had a lot of seemingly negative circumstances creeping up. So she really had to get on on top of her mental diet and catch herself, especially when she was at work and the circumstance was in her face all the time. She had to catch herself and redirect her thoughts. Every time that unwanted thought came up, oh, my boss is going to scold me for this. Oh, what if I mess this up? Oh, I'm not sure if I did this right. Oh, I don't know if I have enough time to get this done. Oh, this person's going to criticize me. Oh, they're calling me. They're emailing me. They must have something bad to tell me. Oh, today's going to be a stressful day, or I don't have all the time I need. So anytime those thoughts came up, she had to catch herself and redirect her thoughts, change her mind, change her story, which was her new affirmation. She had a handful of affirmations that she could repeat to kick her mind back into the new story, to help self-soothe in those moments of stress and worry and anxiety. Okay, this might have been what I thought was true before, but this is what's true now. No matter what I'm perceiving out here, no matter the circumstances I'm perceiving, no matter what I'm seeing in front of me, this is what's true now. And we just got off an amazing call this week. And not only did her situation turn around, she was starting to feel like she could completely handle her workload, like she was getting more support, like she was getting really, really good feedback. She got a surprise promotion and raise. And she was told earlier in the year that raises were not possible. So out of nowhere, seemingly nowhere, her situation completely changed. And I really wanted to talk about this success story because this client didn't even really process that it was her, that it was her manifestation. So when something good happens in your life, celebrate it because you created that. A lot of times it'll seem like, oh, that would have happened anyway. Oh, that would have happened because of this and this, and we'll logic our way into why that would have happened anyway. But here's the thing, everything is a manifestation, everything in your reality. So when you see something that shows up that you like, get excited, get happy, celebrate it, remind yourself of who you are, because that's how powerful you are. You manifested that. You created that experience for yourself by assuming its possibility, assuming its truth, accepting its truth. You did that. So I really had to remind her, like, oh my gosh, look what you did. Last time we talked, you were way over here. Now look at all these amazing things that are coming in for work. It's not a coincidence. It wouldn't have happened anyway. It's because you changed your story. So a lot of times I think we dismiss good manifestations. We don't even realize, oh my gosh, I consciously manifested that, because we forget that maybe that was something that we were trying to manifest, or just the way it comes about feels so natural that it just seemed like it would have shown up anyways. So that's the beauty of manifesting. It feels so natural because it is so natural, because it's your natural born superpower. It's the way we experience this world. So this was a super fun story because she went from being completely stressed out, worried, in a bad place about work, to so happy, loving every minute of it, getting amazing feedback from her boss, from her coworkers, and just really feeling supported and thriving. And now she's moving on to the next big thing. So to anybody who's struggling with anything at work, you first need to identify, what is the struggle? What is it that I'm perceiving that I don't like? What's the thing that's showing up that I don't like? Because whatever you don't like, stop telling yourself that that's the truth. Stop telling yourself that that's how things are, that that's how your boss is, that's how this coworker is, that's how this job is. Stop telling yourself that, because you need to break that thought pattern in order to get different results. What's that saying Einstein coined? It's when you doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. How can you expect to manifest better if you're not changing your thoughts, if you're not assuming better? You get what you assume. In this reality, whatever you accept as true is your experience. When you change what you accept as true, when you change your assumptions, beliefs about whatever the thing is that you want, or whatever the circumstance is that you want to change, the thing has to change. You are responsible for your experience because you determine it with your thoughts. So this manifestation happened really, really quick. I want to say it was a week, maybe two, no more than that, because she really just focused on, okay, what am I thinking about? Do I like that? Is it what I prefer? No. Okay, this is what I'm going to tell myself is true instead. I know I'm perceiving it in a negative way right now, and it seems like opposite of what I want, but this is what's true about it. Maybe I can't figure out how this is what's true about it, but this is what's true now. And it just shifted so fast. So I'm super excited for her. She's got major, big things manifesting coming up. I cannot wait. And you can too. Get the momentum going. Start embracing your power. Start consciously manifesting things that you don't care about so much, things that feel smaller to you. That's going to boost your confidence. Things that we think are big, we've likely got some story going on there, or emotional attachment to it, or limiting thoughts about it because we're calling it big. Like, this is so big, it's so important. So remember, you give everything meaning. You decide if something's easy or hard. You decide if something's good or bad. So start assuming better. Start assuming the best you can about every single thing you want in your life, and you are going to see miracles. You're going to see magic manifest in front of your eyes. And that reminds me, there's actually a really good story in one of Neville Goddard's books. I believe it is The Power of Awareness. And he talks about specifically a work situation. I think the lady was a costume designer, and she was really struggling with her boss. He was being very critical of her. She really didn't enjoy working with him, felt very unappreciated. And Neville told her the same thing. You got to change your story about that person in order for that person to change. This is what we mean by everyone is you pushed out. You know, that person, your boss, is showing up the way you assume them to be. And we pick up assumptions based on their past behavior, something they maybe did, something they said, something they didn't do, something they didn't say, a previous experience we had at a different job with a different boss. We unconsciously carry that belief along and believe that all managers are this way. Maybe we think they're untouchable, or they never, appreciate their team, or whatever it is, So Neville said, you got to change your story about this boss in order for this boss to show up differently. He's just playing the part you're giving him because you're assuming he's always criticizing you. You're assuming he's very critical of you. You're assuming he doesn't appreciate what you do. He doesn't like your work. He doesn't have anything nice to say, etc. And so that's how this man was showing up. And then sure enough, as soon as that woman changed her story, she got a major success story too. He really appreciated her. I think she got a raise too. He actually verbally told her how wonderful she was. I think it's in the power of awareness. So look for that story in there. But it really just, for anything you're trying to manifest, it's really just, what am I telling myself is true about this that I don't like? Because whatever it is, if I change that, what I don't like goes away and turns into what I do like. And no circumstance is immune to that, because you're only ever experiencing your reality through your own perception. How are you perceiving whatever it is you don't like in your reality? You got to change that in order for the thing to change. In order for you to see it differently, you got to decide you're seeing something differently. So that goes back to the mirror example we use often in this community. If you're looking in the mirror and you don't like the reflection, if you keep staring at the mirror and keep telling yourself the reflection is bad, the reflection is not going to change. It's going to stay bad. The way you change the reflection is you. You change you, and the reflection changes. You change your thoughts, and your circumstances change. You change your assumptions, your circumstances change. Sometimes we use thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions interchangeably. It's all the same thing. It really just boils down to, what am I telling myself is true about my desires? What am I telling myself is limiting me from having my desires? Whatever reasons I'm giving myself for why I can't have what I want, why what I want is not true now, that's what's got to change in order for you to see the manifestation of what you want visible in your reality. Because it already exists. You just can't see it because you're only focusing on that it's not true yet, that it's not here yet, that it's not possible for you. So I really intend this inspired everyone watching. Work situations can be frustrating, and there's lots of different personalities to navigate. And companies can say, we don't have the money for this, or people don't get promoted, or you have to follow the certain trajectory, or you're not ready, or you can't have this. Nothing's ever permanent. You don't get to be told no unless you accept it. Don't ever accept no as the final answer. In your mind, you reject it and you decide you're getting what you want anyways. You are the exception. There's always an exception to every rule. Every rule can be bent. Every rule can be changed. Just because somebody says something, don't accept it as true for you. Always go for what you want in your mind. What you say goes. You are the boss. You get what you want, and what you want is the only thing that's true, period. And you'll get it, and it'll manifest beautifully. And you might not even realize it's your manifestation until a little bit later. But when you do, celebrate it. Have fun with it. Get excited about it. Be happy about it. Because look, you created something you want, and now you can just do more of it. Okay. So I think that's it for this video. I intend you have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.